And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived. And as
well, guys,
he's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Clippers, we've got Reggie Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2-guard spot. Took the opportunity when he saw it. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
Here's Leonard, following the score by Damian Lillard. Leonard inside, no good. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. It's hauled in by Paul George.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. George looking over the floor. And the layup falls. George has got his second basket of the game.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. And it's Lillard again missing. Jackson drives in. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
The way he glides around the court doesn't look like Jackson is moving as fast as he really is.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Now, here's Covington. Pass to Nurkic. Powell, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Covington dishes to Lillard. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now here's Jackson. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Ooh. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Lillard again missing.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense.
And it's George missing. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 6.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Shot clock at 6. From deep, George. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic, and Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. Rondo kicks to Patterson. Back to Rondo. Clock at 6. Nice D from Lillard. Trailblazers trail by 6. The drive by Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Now here's Rondo. 40 seconds left to play in the first. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Here's Powell, and there it is for him.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Kennard on the wing. That three off the mark. Portland's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. The shot by Powell, no good. Outside for Rondo. Off target with his three. Stolen. And stolen by Lillard. And a wide open look for McCollum. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Clippers on top. They lead by a bucket. We'll be back. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals.
I look to the times where...
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Morris. He's out there with Patrick Patterson. Rajon Rondo is out there with Kennard. And it's man in at the shooting guard position. Here's Lillard and Damian Lillard with the jam.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in. From deep, George. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his fifth rebound right now in the game. Little can't hit.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Jones. Count it. Good. Jones has got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
From deep, George. He can't get that one to fall. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's Little. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Little's got his first points of the game.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
The three from George. Good on the triple. George has got 7.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. The end, the range makes no difference.
Anthony, the pass to Little. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future. And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
1:51 left in the first half of the game. And it's Simons missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Jackson passes to Oturu. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Lillard against Rondo. Lillard left side. Oturu with the rebound.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Here's Leonard. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Lillard outside. And they get it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's his first trip to the line.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line. Just a shade under 90%.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Rondo scanning the floor. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's McCollum. Back to Powell. Pass to Covington. 30 seconds left to play in the first half. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. "19 seconds left in the first half. A shot by Batum, no good. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here is Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. With 2 seconds left, Powell with the steal. No good. Shot missing. And that's it for the first half of action. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Paul George really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Left side, Leonard. Shoots over Powell. And it's Leonard missing. Portland leading. Three-pointer, Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Jackson passes to Mann. Batum with the ball. Defended by Covington. Lillard against Jackson. Basket counts. Jackson's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jackson against Lillard. Kicks it to Powell. From the baseline. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Mann. Nurkic with the block. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball. But they recover it. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Another shot. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lillard. Now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Jackson. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Back to Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. The 3. Cans it from downtown. Lillard's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 6.
The decision-making of Leonard. Could have hit the roller, but already had the shot he wanted.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And then for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for Powell. And a deep 3 from Lillard. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Lillard surveying the D. Rebound by the Clippers. Outside Rondo. Nice D from Lillard. Trailblazers leading by 5. And he gets the bucket.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard. Here's George. He's got 12. Fires from deep. That one's not going to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Anthony dishes to Jones. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
The deep 3 from George. And the Clippers miss again. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Trailblazers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And Portland again with the bucket.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's George. And that time, also a missed shot. Anthony down low. In the corner, it's Little. Ripped away. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Trailblazers. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Ivica Zubac is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's George in a 2-guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. George with the ball. Powell on him. George with the bucket. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Here's Anthony. Cantor. And Cantor able to finish.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Outside, George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Trailblazers leading by 13. Lillard outside. Here's Nurkic, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Just a load. I mean, at 7 feet, Nurkic also moves well, and that combo gets him to the line a bunch.
And both free throws good for Nurkic. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Outside Rondo. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. The pass to McCollum. Paul George with the steal. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Clippers trail by 13. Passes it to Okuru. Puts it up. Batum, good. Batum's got his first 2 points. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Rondo against Lillard. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent at staying in control no matter what the D throws at him.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Leonard, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. And here's George for 3. Drills the 3-pointer. George has got 9 points in the quarter.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
Lillard the pass to Little. Jacks up a 3. Paul George grabs the miss. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. George has got 13 points here in the second half alone. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Lillard against Jackson. Now, here's Lillard. Tight defense on him. Just 4 to shoot. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Portland.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lillard.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Carmelo Anthony in for Robert Covington. 43 seconds left to play in the final quarter. From deep, George. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here is Lillard. The dish now to Anthony. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Jackson. Outside, George. A three-pointer off the mark. Now here's Lillard. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And all right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Aaron Gordon out there at quarter. Then there's Murray. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Jokic in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Clippers, Batum's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. Now the Clippers moving it up. George has got the ball. No good that time.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him.
Look at that.
Well, Barton likes to get fancy out there and gets to the rim that time in a great throwdown. You think about the 40th pick back in 2012. Will Barton languished on the bench in Portland for his first 2 seasons, actually 2.5. And then that trade to Denver, boy, that jump-started everything.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Outside, George. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. And with the Nuggets, Barton becoming an immediate contributor. And Brent, in recent seasons, their starter at the small forward.
Yeah, he's an interesting player. He's a slender and slightly built player, but excellent at getting out there and rebounding. A tremendous runner at the wing position to play in transition. And that wingspan certainly helps out on a lot of plays, both offensively and defensively.
And the basket by Jackson.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Right wing, stolen by Jackson. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Murray. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Murray fearless on that drive right there, not worried at all about the contact.
Jackson finds George. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game, he's made one of them. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Outside, George. Pass to Leonard. Back to George. Shoots over Barton. George, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Leonard, and then jammed down as he goes right over Jokic.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Murray kicks to Barton. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Tipped away. Leonard with the steal, and stolen by Barton. Stolen by Jackson. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
Pass to Jokic. And the rejection by Zubac. And now the Clippers on the break. George with the ball. Leonard. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, on nights where Kawhi Leonard piles up some points, he can make a big mark because of the offensive rebounding prowess.
Barton passes to Gordon. On the wing, Gordon. No good that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Outside, George unloads from 9. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. 1:10 left here in the first quarter. Jackson with it. Passes it to Oturu. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And the Clippers miss again.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Dozier. And that one is stuffed right through.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk. No question. Jackson deciding where to go with it. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Reggie Jackson. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
Here is Rondo. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. There's the pass to Kennard. Fires for 3. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. The Nuggets trail. Clark outside. Pass to Dozier. From outside the arc. Doesn't go for him. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
So they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
Luke Kennard out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Mann in at the 2-guard spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here's Patterson over Jokic, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcomed with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. The Clippers in the lead. Oh, Leonard in position.
Orchestrating right now. Rondo should be playing with a baton.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Down low. It's stolen by Rondo. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. In a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Bowl, he's checked in for the Nuggets.
There's a quiet intensity that Kawhi Leonard brings to both ends of the floor, a defensive menace, and it's amazing to watch him just how disruptive he can be when he's guarding a 1, 2, 3, or even 4-man and messing up offensive scheme.
Jokic, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now. Yeah, the inside game of Jokic continues to improve, adept at using that big body, finding an angle, and taking advantage.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Coffey's checked in. The Nuggets trail by 4. Barton surveying the floor. Kicks it to Murray. The dish to McGee. There's the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Coffey. And the layup's good off the glass. Coffey's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
They get it back. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Fires from deep. And it's Denver with the rebound. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Patterson. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Now, here's Bull. He's tightly guarded.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
George against Gordon. George up top. Outside for Jackson. Back to George. 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And Coffey gets it to go.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Pass to Bull. McGee trying to break free. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Bull. George against Gordon. There's the triple. No good on the shot. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Bull. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Bull's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
George, no good. For Denver, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Murray outside. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
19 seconds left in the first half of basketball. 6 to shoot. Porter kicks to Jokic. Shoots over Leonard. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Here's George. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And don't go away.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The deepest hole they got themselves into it. And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So out there for the Nuggets right now. Murray out there with Will Barton. Then it's Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the four-man position.
Paul George can be dangerous out in transition. Great job finishing there.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Barton passes to Gordon. Deep 2 from Murray. Misses the jumper.
Oh, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think Some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Marcus Morris has checked in for the Clippers. Denver also making some changes. Paul Millsap's checked in for Jokic. Bol comes in for Gordon. And it's JaMychal Green in for Michael Porter. Here's Murray. Barton trying to get open. And the rejection by Zubac. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. Morris outside. Passes it to George. George double teamed. Millsap with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Green leading the charge. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
It's pretty obvious right now the defense is not comfortable with Barton taking those shots. He's remarkable at drawing fouls when he's on the floor.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And going back to his numbers from just a season ago, he was knocking it down at a 77% clip.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Leonard comes in for Morris. And it's Luke Kennard in for George.
6'6", 175. That's one wily athlete. Will Barton tough to guard, given his height and his speed.
Rondo passes to Zubac. And he comes up with the deuce. Zubac has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Murray. And he makes good on the layup.
Murray, not much fear there as he gets amongst the trees, looking in control down low.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless. I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Barton passes to Green. Launches it. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Rondo scanning the floor. Kennard kicks to Rondo. Jacks up a 3. The offensive rebound.
Something sapped them of their energy defensively since halftime. In the first half, out there scrambling, running, hustling. Since then, not so much.
Murray outside. And the rejection by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. 1:32 left here in the third quarter. Over to the left wing. For 3, Murray up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Now, although undersized, Millsap is a very, very hard worker. Uses his quickness that time.
Jackson passes to Oturu. Back to Jackson. The shot from the low post is good. Jackson's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Got a piece of it. Millsap in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Jackson. He has 6. And the dunk by Jackson.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And Los Angeles with some changes. Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Georgia subbed in for Luke Kennard. Free throw good, Murray.
Man, what a luxury if Murray can play both guard positions. A perfect blend of shrewd passing and some fearless shooting.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the wide open shot from Morris. Great look, but off the mark.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Millsap kicks to Murray. Out to the right wing. Here's McGee. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. It's a 3-point game. They've got Jackson. Paul George is out there with Morris. Then there's Batum, and it's man in at the 2. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. The pass to Batum. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 4th assist in this one.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Clippers leading by 3. The 3 from George. Kept alive. Nuggets shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Gordon, and that one drops.
And I like that from Murray. Not an extra dribble. Get the ball to the open teammate right away.
Now, here's George. Pass to Batum. Outside for Jackson. Back to Batum. Outside Jackson. Murray against Batum. And he banks in the layup.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Murray finds Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Pass to Jackson. Up top, Batum. To the right side. 6 on the shot clock. Jokic with the steal. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Lob pass to Gordon. Stolen by Jackson. Batum wide open. He fires. Outside for George. Porter with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And it's Murray with the jam.
And Murray showing it all here. An exceptional player attacking while he's in the open floor.
Outside, George. At the top of the key, Batum. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Batum's got 6 in the quarter. Passes to Gordon. Stolen by George. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Shoots the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
How about Murray stepping up, poised for this young player?
Outside Jackson. George passes to Batum. Now Jackson. Off the left rim and out. Murray kicks to Porter. Batum grabs the miss.
And after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
I'm not sure, but that could be a game-changing miss. He wanted that bad.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jermichael Green comes in for Aaron Gordon, and it's Will Barton in for Murray. Anderson with it. Now Green defending. Rondo, good.
Maybe not the first option, but a good option this time as Rondo comes through.
Outside Porter. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. Back to Porter. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And there's the pass to Jokic from past the arc. That shot off the mark. So the Clippers will take it the other way. On the wing, George. Rondo passes to Zubac. Leonard on the wing, headed by Green. Just 5 to shoot. Zubac gets to Leonard. Porter pulls it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the wide open shot from Green. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
The drive by Rondo. Outside, George. Back to Zubac. Outside for Rondo. It falls.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Right side, Green. This one for 3. Off target with that shot. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our David. Thanks. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Clippers, they got Jackson. Batum's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the center position. Now here's Leonard. Basket good. Leonard's got the first basket of the game for the Clippers.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Doncic feeling it out. The pass to Finney-Smith. Leonard with the steal. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity.
You know, the intensity Leonard plays with on defense is impressive, using his huge hands to claw the ball away.
Leonard with the steal. He kicks it to George. About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's the 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Jackson against Doncic. From deep. The shot that time not on target. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Jackson passes to Zubac. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
George against Richardson. And George, here we go. Here's Zubac. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Pass to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Pass to Richardson. Fires for three. They get the rebound. Here's Porzingis. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. George looking around. And George with the stuff.
Not much you can do against Paul George on the drive. I mean, he's got great length and he knows how to use it. And he gets exactly where he wants to.
Here's Brunson. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Clippers leading by 8. Jackson from long range. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Brunson with it. Leonard picks him up. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
George passes to Leonard. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Doncic. Now here's Hardaway. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Great positioning on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Jackson passes to Oturu. Kennard with the ball. Now here's Jackson. Now the feed to Patterson. That's tipped.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. The rebound by Patterson. Clippers leading by 3. 19 seconds left to play here in the first. Kennard against Brunson. Leonard with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Tries to keep it alive. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Maxi Kleber. J.J. Redick is out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Cauley-Stein, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Now here's Cauley-Stein. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Here's Redick. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Redick's got the lead up to 1 now for the Mavs. Kennard up top, covered by Redick. Outside Rondo. Here's Patterson. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And here's Redick. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Patterson.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Richardson. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Finney-Smith. He dishes it to Cauley-Stein. And the rejection by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the block.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running the show.
From deep, Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Here's Richardson after the Clippers pick up 2. Here's Kleba. They need this. That one doesn't drop. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And stolen by Redick. Here's Richardson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Now, here's George. And he lobs it up toward the rim. The shot will not fall. Mavericks trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Kleba. Out to Doncic. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for J.J. Redick. And he knocks down the first one. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. And it's Powell slamming it down.
Dwight Powell, we knew he could bounce, but showing you some flavor too. I see you, young fella.
Rondo with it. Morris outside, shoots it. Gets a hand on it, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Now here's Brunson. Out to Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Shot clock at 6. Porzingis, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Batum. Passes it to Rondo. Back to Batum. To the paint. Here's Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player. Very effective at finding the open man, too.
And so it's the Los Angeles. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with them.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Mavericks trail by 6. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Marcus Morris. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. And there's Jackson, and it's George in at the 2-guard spot. The Mavericks shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you've got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back. Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Now, here's Kleber. No points in the game yet for him. And the Mavericks making a change here. Redick is checked in. Clippers leading by 4. 90 seconds now into the second half. George. And it's George finishing it off.
Look at how high George gets off these drives to the hoop. Banging it down with the violence of a madman.
Now, here's Redick. In the corner, it's Kleber. Batum with the steal. In the corner, it's Morris. Off target from outside.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Finney-Smith. Outside, George over Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Jackson against Redick. Richardson gets a wide open look. No good with the triple.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And it's good for 2. Batum's got his second bucket of the game to go. Redick against Jackson. The putback. It's good on the putback.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Now George. There's 1:54 left in the third. Here's Zubac. Stolen away. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Redick. There's the dish to Cauley Stein. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Los Angeles leading by 4. Jackson looking it over. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkas, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for J.J. Redick. Now here's Brunson. 1:11 left to play in the third. Misses from short range. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Here's Patterson. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks trail by 5. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Richardson. Yep, it counts. Richardson's got 6.
Richardson getting points in transition. Easy buckets thanks to his hustle after the steal. That's how you take advantage of the turnover.
Wide open. Los Angeles with another miss. The Mavericks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Brunson with a clean look. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. The pass to Powell. Dallas moving it around. Here's Porzingis. Makes it off the glass. And it's now only a 1-point Clipper lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Leonard. Three-quarters of play in a close game here. The Clippers on top. They lead by 1. And we'll have the start. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Porzingis is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Hardaway in its shooting guard. Good.
Boy, how smooth is that by Rondo? Glides off the pick free and clear, and then sends it right in.
Rondo against Brunson. It's tipped. Out to Doncic. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Doncic has got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
Guys, Doncic has great shooting mechanics, and he can knock it down from deep or just about from anywhere on the court.
Pass to man. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
George is checked in for the Clippers. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jalen Brunson. Great positioning on the putback.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Hardaway against George. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Takes it out to Leonard. Rondo on top. Shot clock at 5. And there's Paul George on the assist by Rondo.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you the rock.
Here's Doncic, and the shot goes in. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Leonard attacking outside for Rondo. It's tipped, and he gets it back. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. George, that's a two-pointer. Great D that time from Hardaway. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Richardson, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Richardson. Doncic dishes to Richardson. 5 to shoot. The Mavericks rebound. But they'll get another chance. Porzingis finds Doncic. Again, the Mavericks score.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
George against Richardson. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Outside for Jackson. From deep, George. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. And the Clippers lead by 1. For Dallas, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Doncic, bounce pass. Here's Finney-Smith. He's covered by Leonard. And foul up. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Sharon Lewis, he talked with the team. This is still a close game, and he told us guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's George. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Finney-Smith. Out to Porzingis. Back to Kleba. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Finney-Smith passes to Kleba. Dallas again missing. And so it's Leonard with it. They'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
The drive by Doncic. Yes! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Luka does not back away from the big stage, guys. This young fella loves to be center stage in the biggest moment.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Richardson's running. It's Richardson on the wing. Takes a 3. Buries the triple.
Fortitude and want to. That's what Richardson is showing you there with that big bucket when they need it.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's what's your take.
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
The 3 from George. The 3 won't fall. So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
Three-pointer, Lillard. The Clippers grab the miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
McCollum outside. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
George looking over the floor. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Covington wide open. He fires. They get it again. Nurkic kicks to Covington. Keeps it alive. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Powell. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And finished off by Leonard.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Lillard against Jackson. And the shot goes in.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Lillard against Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. Great D that time from Nurkic. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. Trailing by 2. The shot by Powell, no good. The Clippers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Nurkic with the steal. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And here's McCollum for 3. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's George. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Los Angeles leading by 7. The 3 from George. And Jones pulls it down.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Now the pass to Simons. He kicks to Cantor. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Pass to Mann. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. It's stolen by Jones. And now here comes Jones leading the break.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. It's a 5-point game. Here's Rondo. Here's Patterson. Morris outside. Lets it go with a 3. And there's Paul George on the assist by Morris. George has got 8 points.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Simons surveying the D. McCollum left side, just 5 on the clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. Feeds it to Cantor. George against Jones. And here's George. He's got 8. And Jones sends it back. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 8. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon
what we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
We've got Robert Covington. Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
Great anticipation. He has great hands. Kawhi gobbles up second chance opportunities.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now here's Rondo. He gets that one. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Lillard from outside. And it's Lillard again missing. Clippers leading by 8. Pass to Kennard. Up top, Leonard, guarded by Powell. And the basket by Oturu.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
Now, here's Lillard. For the three. Lillard again missing. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Passes it to Oturu. Takes it out to Leonard. And it's Portland with the rebound. Right side, Covington. Lillard surveying the D. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 7 points in the game.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Now here's Rondo. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Oturu's shot is off.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
And you look at Robert Covington, first-team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim, he's likely to remember that one.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
The Clippers in the lead. Outside Rondo. And the pass to Oturu. Takes it out to Leonard. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
But he stays with it. Leonard with the steal. All alone. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Rondo against Lillard. Takes it out to Covington. It's Powell on the wing. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Nurkic.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Now here's Rondo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And if you let the little guy get airborne before you slide over to block him out, he can and will embarrass you on the boards.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Lillard's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Rondo looking around. Leonard inside, defended by Covington.
Right there, that is poise of Kawhi Leonard, just taking what the defense gives him.
Pass to Covington, kicks it out to Lillard. Here's Nurkic, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Nurkic has got 6 in the quarter.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and
after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Jackson. And it's Morris in at the small forward position. Jackson passes to George. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Zubac. McCollum against George. Lets it go from deep. Knocked loose. Passed a little. McCollum outside. Launches a 3. And the 3 ball is good. McCollum's got 6. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those 2 guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
And go figure is right.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Passes a little. Anthony against Batum. Out left to the wing. Back to Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Cantor. And he banks in the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
George with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. George passes to Zubac. Back to George. Off target from 3-point range. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Little. And it's sent back by Morris.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfect.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Stolen by Cantor. McCollum outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
If you relax on him out there, he's going to make you pay every time.
Now Jackson. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Cantor, the pass to Simons. And here's Anthony from the arc. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. And George, here we go. Good work there as it goes. George has got 10 points.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. The putback, it's good on the putback. Cantor's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
From deep, George. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1 3, and that was in the first half.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Buries it from 3-point range.
I don't think the range surprises anyone anymore. CJ can shoot the lights out from any position.
George up top. He's guarded by McCollum, and the shot goes down. George has got 4 points this quarter.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Out to Anthony. There's the pass to McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. The 3 from George. The 3-pointer is right on target. And now it's only a 5-point Portland lead. From deep. Gets it off. Misses there. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Portland out in front. They're up by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Powell. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Jones. And it's Lillard in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Lillard. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
Rondo against Lillard. Now, here's Kennard. He's covered closely. 5 on the clock. And Patterson kicks to Kennard. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Lillard against Rondo. From deep 3-point range, and it's Lillard missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the 4th quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
And that one's good, Lillard.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
Patterson with it. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Jones has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lillard from outside. They get it back. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And now a 7-point Trailblazer lead.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. A 3-pointer, no good. Trailblazers leading by 7. Back to Covington. Pass to Powell. From the arc. It's rebounded by Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Here's Patterson. Pass to Kennard. Takes the 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Portland's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
McCollum's checked in for Portland. And then for Los Angeles, George is checked in for Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Clippers trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah. That was nice.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Nurkic in the post. Lillard the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Inside. Second shot opportunity. Nurkic can't hit. Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Here's George. Good D by McCollum. Trailblazers leading by 5. Nurkic the pass to Covington. A 3 from McCollum. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. It's him 5 for 12 so far.
and they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Pass to Powell. Covington kicks to Powell. Portland moving the ball around. The pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. On deep. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Outside, George. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And here's Portland. They're on a 12-4 run. Outside, Covington. Dishes to Lillard. Can't connect from long distance. George way outside. No good there. And so Portland takes this one. But by a bit. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. Now. starters for Los Angeles. We got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in at the 4. And for the Nuggets, Gordon out there with Porter. Then there's Murray. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Murray, here we go. And a missed layup.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off. The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Barton finds Gordon. Murray outside. Just 5 to shoot. Barton, no luck. Here's Jackson. Outside, George. Zubac against Jokic. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Now here's Murray. The pass to Barton. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And here's George. And George with the stuff.
PG showing that's a signature dunk from him.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing 2-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
Outside for Murray, a 3 ball. Rebound by the Clippers. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Now Jackson. Left side, Leonard. The 3. It's hauled in by Gordon.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Jokic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jokic has got 6.
Jokic getting out and running. That's a huge plus for this offense. Determined to beat some people up the court.
Jackson passes to George. There's 1:26 left here in the opening quarter. Again, Leonard missing. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Barton finds Porter. The Nuggets moving the ball around. The offensive rebound. Here's Jokic. Barton outside. Stolen by George. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Plays it in off the breakaway. He has 5.
Well, all of that starting right there with the steal by Paul George, illustrating his ability to anticipate that time. And a great play on the ball.
Now here's Gordon. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Murray, no good.
A bit shocking that he has not registered one made field goal in the quarter, guys.
To the inside, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
32 seconds left in the first quarter. To the middle. Millsap inside, covered by Morris. 4 on the clock. Now, here's Jokic. D right on him. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Outside Rondo. Pass to Oturu. On the wing, Morris. Here's Rondo. Bangs home the trifecta.
Better outside when he gets into a rhythm or when he gets his feet set. Rondo's smart at knowing when to fire.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers ahead. They lead by 6. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side.
Selfless. I mean, you need to kill.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Aaron Gordon out there with Green. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then there's Paul Millsap. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. The Nuggets trail by 7. One-on-one fast break. Campazzo, the feed to Green. Campazzo. No good on the 3. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Pass to Oturu. Kicks it to Patterson. From deep 3-point range. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. Outside Rondo. Passes it to Patterson. For 3. Green with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
And after some time over in France and the G League, JaMychal Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his 3-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
Tips it. And George able to finish. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Well, positioning is one thing, but having the go-go gadget arms that Paul George has to get that rebound helps out a lot.
Here's Murray. Lays it up off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Out to the right wing. George looking around. The pass to Rondo. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Let's go. And it's George missing. The Nuggets trail by 5. Millsap kicks to Murray. Over to the wing. Campazzo. And a miss there on the triple. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Outside, George. Feeds to Patterson. Back to George. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Gordon dishes to Millsap. Puts up a 3. And it's Gordon missing. Clippers leading by 5. And George kicks to Patterson. Back to George. Clippers moving the ball around. Outside Rondo. Kennard on the wing. Right side, Rondo. Here's Okuru, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Well, as soon as the shot was released, Millsap gets off the floor quickly and blocks it.
Here's Okuru, and that one is hammered home.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Back to Gordon. Lobbed up there for Green. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. George with the ball. "14 feet away, and it's Denver with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Murray, no good.
And another miss. Whew. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. The 3 from George. He can't get that one. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoy. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 5. Kenny, give us your take.
The hostile environment in this building has not been an issue. They've come in here, they focused like they would be at home. And it says something about the character of it.
And that.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Batum. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Reggie Jackson out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's man in at the 2 spot. Shot clock at 5. Got a hand on it.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
The Clippers in the lead. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. Here's Leonard, pass to Zubac. The shot's good. Zubac has got his 2nd bucket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
He gets it in there.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Jackson against Murray. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Zubac. Jackson has the open look from outside off the mark. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Clark, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kennard's checked in.
And the playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
So both teams changing it up here.
Well, a big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Back to Barton. Passes it to Bull. Stolen by Zubats. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. It's Jackson with the drive. Batum finds George. Down low. And he converts the layup. Zubats has got 8.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Bull. Here's Jokic. It's stolen by Morris. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Now the pass to Batum. He kicks it to Morris. High post, Zubats. There's the double team with Bull. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Back to Jokic. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Barton against George. Offline with his 3.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Barton. Here's Jokic. Here's Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
A big man who can really dish it out. Jokic really reliable, setting up his teammates.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Denver shooting their first free throw of the game here. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Outside Jackson. Back to George. 5 to shoot. On the wing, Morris. On deep. Off the mark. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Aaron Gordon out there with Jamal Murray. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then it's Porter. And it's McGee in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Oh, and it's off. They can't cash in on the break. Denver shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Millsap has the open look. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. The drive by Rondo. Inside. Millsap with the steal. Here's Murray. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
George is checked in for the Clippers. Free throw good. Murray.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential left in the tank for Jamal Murray. He's able to play both guard spots, but it's that sweet jump shot that has his teammates and the coaching staff salivating about where his ceiling is.
And a deep 3 from George, and the Clippers miss again.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. George passes to Oturu. It's good.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And Millsap stabs it in.
I like that from Murray. Not an extra dribble. Get the ball to the open teammate right away.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The three from George sinks the triple.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That could change things.
Murray, the pass to McGee. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Rondo against Murray. Rondo passes to Oturu. Leonard looking around. Outside, George. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to Oturu. Shoots over McGee, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D for the Nuggets. JaMychal Green comes in for JaVale McGee, and it's Will Barton in for Paul Millsap. Denver leading by 4. Barton outside. Right side, Gordon. Murray outside. Pass to Barton. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
That aggressive mindset of his. Leonard putting it on the floor and drawing contact.
It's the first that narrows the lead down to just 3. And the Nuggets making a change here. All 3 throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Passes it to McGee. Now here's Barton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. McGee inside. Defended by Batum. McGee's shot is off. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for the Clippers. George with the ball. Now guarded by Barton. And that one's good. George.
Paul George stepping up big time.
Nuggets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. To the paint, Green. And it's Green with the jam. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Jokic. Good.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Barton against George. And there's the pass to Zubac. Here's Oturu. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Murray, the pass to McGee. Back to Murray. Pass to McGee. And And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Shooting for Denver, JaVale McGee.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Nobody near Jordan. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Yes!
Look, Jokic continues to get confidence. He is becoming that guy for this team.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 2. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And they actually could take a 3 here and cope with a win if they want to. I think they'll try and send it to overtime. The defenders don't want to foul in this situation, so you should be able to get a good look inside.
Outside for George. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the 1. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Zubac. George with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. Back to Zubac. Just 5 on the clock. George against Porzingis. And that one's good. George. George has got his team on the board to start the game for Los Angeles. Jackson against Doncic. To the wing on the left. Now, here's Kleba. He's tightly guarded. Doncic against Jackson. Porzingis kicks to Kleba. Here's Doncic. Drops it in from 11 feet.
Boy, that's a recipe for disaster, fellas. Allowing Doncic to get comfortable from this area, forget about it.
George against Richardson. And it's George finishing it off.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
George against Richardson. No good there. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And George, here we go.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Stolen by Zubac. George dishes to Batum. Jackson has the open look. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player. Very effective at finding the open man, too.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Out to Doncic. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. And here's George. After Josh Richardson was able to get the triple. The pass to Zubac. Porzingis with the steal. Finney Smith kicks to Porzingis. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open. I love that team-first attitude on display.
George against Richardson. Fires from 14, and George gets it to go. George has got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Doncic passes to Porzingis.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
Los Angeles leading by 3. There's 45 seconds left in the first. Richardson against George. Pass to Zubac. The 10-footer. And that one hits back iron. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Shoots over Zubac. Finney Smith. No good. That would have tied it. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Jackson against Richardson. Jackson kicks to Zubats. Back to Jackson. Off target with the open look. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clippers lead by 3. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Kennard is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you to rock.
Brunson finds Hardaway. Here's Cauley Stein. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Los Angeles leading by 5. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Kennard's shot is off. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Patterson with it. Now defended by Cauley Stein. Leonard. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan. Not elite too, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
And the Clippers making a change here. Coffey's checked in. Rondo against Brunson. Pass to Reddick. Now the dish to Powell. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless? It's a foul there. I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now here's Reddick. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And haven't really been that sharp from beyond the arc. And they're only getting worse as we get closer to halftime.
Rondo, good.
Yeah, Rondo really knows how to maneuver his body, contort it in an effort to draw fouls, and so effective with that.
Here's Brunson. He kicks it to Powell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Rondo against Brunson. Pass to Kennard. Here's Oturu. Back to Kennard. And the pass to Rondo. Now Patterson. Here's Coffey. The three-pointer, no good. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Here's Brunson. They grabbed their own miss. Out to Hardaway. And the shot goes down.
Boy, a promising mid-range game that's highlighted by strong fundamentals and mechanics. Hardaway Jr., a productive scorer.
Now here's Rondo. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Cauley Stein. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Rondo scanning the floor. And Patterson kicks to Rondo. Off target from three-point range.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
And Brunson has it in the corner. That gives them the lead. Brunson's got the lead up to 1 now for Dallas.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Rondo passes to Oturu. He dishes it to Patterson. Here's Coffey. Guarded by Hardaway. Back to Patterson. They could use a bucket, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before second violation. On the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley Stein. Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Hardaway kicks to Powell. It's Richardson on the wing. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution.
Doncic outside. Dallas no good that time either. And now the Clippers on the break. George with the ball. No good on that one. And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They kept at it on both ends of the floor. And at the end of the period. And that's going to do it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. It's a 1-point game. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And the basket is good. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Porzingis with the steal. One-on-one fast break. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And where Finney-Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney-Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation. Boy, George can really change pace quickly. He's excellent at drawing physical contact.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Man's checked in. Now here's Richardson. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Man passes to Morris. Out to the right wing. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. He gets that one. And the Clippers lead by 1.
The timing by Batum, really good at recognizing when to fire off the catch.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Pulls it up. Richardson finds Doncic. Clock at 4. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Good on the short little jump shot.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Now George. He's got 8. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got 4 this quarter.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
It's stolen by Morris. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance.
And you know, Batum with that greyhound build and stride, covering ground in a hurry.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Here's Mann. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Jalen Brunson. He's checked in for the Mavericks. The Mavericks trailing. Doncic looking it over. Pass to Brunson. Lets the 3 fly. That shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Leonard. The Mavericks pull it in. There's 1:26 left here in the third quarter. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Out to Doncic. Brunson with a clean look. Dallas again missing. Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And Leonard has it in the corner. And he's good on the 3-ball. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the 3-ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jumper.
Now, here's Kleba. A pass to Porzingis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Outside Leonard. There's the lob to the hoop.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. Banked in off the glass. He's got 8.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
23 seconds left in the third quarter. In the corner, it's Patterson. Here's Oturu. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And, you know, guys, that kind of offensive efficiency really keeps a lot of pressure on the opponent, and that's part of why the lead is what it is.
Good on the shot.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers ahead. They lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Patrick Patterson is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Jackson in at the 2-guard spot. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Oh, great timing He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
On the wing, Morris. Cauley Stein defending. Morris kicks to Rondo. Stolen. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, he's so dangerous in these situations. Doncic just has a good sense for what he needs to do based on the situation.
Now here's Rondo. The feed to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does. And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Up top, Doncic. Guarded by Jackson. Doncic passes to Miller.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Rondo finds Leonard. Count that one. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now, here's Doncic. He lobs it up.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Nicolo Melli. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Richardson in for Trey Burke. Doncic passes to Kleber. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got assist number 8 here in this one already. Richardson against George. 1:43 left to play here in the fourth. And a wide open look for Rondo. Misses the 3. The Mavericks leading. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Back to Hardaway. Out to Doncic. Shoots from the elbow. And Dallas again with the bucket.
How impressive is Doncic? This guy is incredible at stepping up in big moments.
Outside, George passes it to Zubac, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now.
And so it's Dallas with the Clippers getting the bucket.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
George against Richardson. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Shot after shot, one after the other. PG, Paul George, making it happen.
Richardson dishes to Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Count it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Hardaway with a wide open look. Off target from outside. Here's Mann. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent. That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the three to tie.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Dallas again missing. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.